I can read about earthquakes and volcanoes. One sunny day, some years ago, in a village in Mexico, a farmer was busily plowing his field. Suddenly, the sky became very dark and still. A loud rumbling noise came from under the earth. The soil under the farmer's feet got very hot, and the ground began to shake and tremble. As the farmer ran for safety, a loud explosion ripped through the earth, shooting rocks into the sky. It formed a mountain over 100 feet high. Smoke, ashes, and hot flowing rock called lava shot out of the mountain. The farmer was watching a volcano being born. In time, the volcano would grow to 1,000 feet in height. Volcanoes and the trembling forces in the ground called earthquakes happen all the time. They are part of nature and begin far below the Earth's surface. If you could cut open the Earth, you would see many layers. The outside layer is called the crust. It is anywhere from 3 to 25 miles thick. In terms of the Earth, the crust is really a thin layer. The crust is covered with mountains, rivers, trees, water, soil, and rocks. Next comes the mantle. Although it is solid, it does contain liquid rock called magma. Then comes the outer core, which is made of liquid rock. At the center is the inner core, which scientists believe is solid. The mantle is below the crust of the Earth. The mantle is 1,800 miles wide. It contains rock material and liquid rock called magma. Hot liquid magma also contains gas and steam. It is very, very hot beneath the Earth's surface, and there is also great pressure beneath the Earth's surface. When there is a weak spot on the Earth's surface, great pressure can cause the magma to push up to the top. When this happens, when great pressure forces magma to break through the crust of the Earth, a volcano is born. Boom. When magma pushes out of the crust of the Earth, it is called lava. Some lava oozes gently out of the Earth. Some lava pours out. Other times, lava erupts violently from the Earth. It shoots up and out, along with ashes, gases, and steam. A volcano erupts somewhat like soda in a bottle. If you shake a bottle of warm soda, whoosh! Under the Earth, 20 to 40 miles beneath the surface, hot magma and gases collect in pools. Tremendous heat and pressure from the Earth force the magma up. Eventually, the magma will find a weak spot in the surface of the Earth and boom! A volcano is born. A volcano may keep erupting lava for many years. Lava running down the sides of a volcano will eventually cool and harden. It hardens into rock called igneous rock. In time, the volcano will look like a cone-shaped mountain. An erupting volcano is a sight to behold. It is like watching nature's very own show of fireworks. Long ago, people did not know that the forces of nature caused volcanoes and earthquakes. They were frightened by the mysterious rumblings under the Earth's surface. Some people believed that the Earth was like a large upside-down bowl. The bowl was held up by two elephants standing on the back of a turtle. When the Earth trembled, people thought that the elephants were moving. The ancient Romans thought that Vulcan, the god of fire, had his shop under the mountains. When Vulcan worked, his pounding hammer made the earth shake. The fires from his furnace sent smoke and ashes out of the mountains. Other people thought that the trembling of the earth was caused by giant whales slapping their tails against the floor of the ocean. Today we have different ideas or theories. Scientists now believe that the continents and oceans of the world do not stay still. They move or drift slightly. There are at least 7 huge plates underneath the surface of the Earth. The continents and oceans rest on top of these plates. These huge plates are between the surface and the mantle of the Earth. Earthquakes and volcanoes seem to happen most often in the places where these huge plates touch or bump into each other. Earthquakes and volcanoes seem to start in weak parts of the Earth's crust. Scientists can map most of the areas in the world where volcanoes have erupted and where they may strike again. These areas are called rings of fire. Many famous earthquakes and volcanoes have occurred in the rings of fire. In Italy, Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD and destroyed the city of Pompeii. Millions of years ago, volcanoes formed the Hawaiian Islands. Hot lava poured out of volcanoes on the ocean floor to form new mountains and islands rising out of the sea. An earthquake happens when the crust of the earth cracks, making the crust shift and shake. The San Andreas Fault in California is a large crack in the earth's crust. It runs from San Francisco to Mexico. In 1906, it helped cause the San Francisco earthquake. Long ago, there was no way of telling when an earthquake or volcano would strike, and many people died. Today, scientists have ways of finding out about earthquakes and volcanoes. A seismograph is an instrument used to record the power of an earthquake. A simple seismograph has a pen hanging over a piece of paper. As the earth trembles, the pen records vibrations and makes lines on the paper. If the earthquake is getting stronger, the marks on the paper get longer. Some earthquakes are so small, they only shake the ground as much as a heavy truck on a quiet city street. Other earthquakes are so big, they can cause entire mountains to fall into the cracks in the earth. Some earthquakes take place under the sea. Cracking can occur on the ocean floor. When the crust slips on the bottom of the ocean floor, it can cause the start of a big wave. The Japanese word for this kind of wave is tsunami. If the big wave reaches land, it can wreck everything in its path. Scientists are always on the alert for earthquakes. Large or small, a seismograph in New York can record an earthquake thousands of miles away. Scientists are always studying volcanoes, too. Active volcanoes and dormant or sleeping volcanoes are checked regularly by scientists who want to understand the nature of volcanoes. For many people in the world, living in the shadow of a volcanic mountain is a way of life. In spite of the damage that earthquakes and volcanoes cause, many people return to the land to rebuild their homes. Many of these people make good use of the grassy slopes of a volcanic mountain. The soil, a mixture of earth and lava, is very good for farming. In Hawaii, the volcanoes are a tourist attraction. In other parts of the world, steam from volcanoes is used to heat water and to generate electricity. Some scientists believe that heated water from under the earth may someday provide us with a rich reservoir of unused energy. From the single volcano known as the Finger of God to great mountain ranges under the sea, scientists are trying to learn more and more about our changing Earth. Is magma oozing at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean and helping to widen the ocean? Is the Pacific Ocean getting narrower? Scientists think so. We have so much to learn. What secrets will volcanoes and earthquakes tell us about our mysterious and changing Earth?